everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. I hope you all are fine and doing well. So basically, good evening, and we are going through with our numericals and the case studies. So let's start with the class. I hope that I am audible, properly visible. My screen is visible. Everything is okay from my sides. Let's do some more question today. Okay. So the question is there in front of your screen. The question is saying there is a following data which is related to the 12% convertible debentures which issued at rupees 1000. So what is the market price of debenture? 900. Conversion ratio, one debenture is to 25 shares. Value of debenture is just only 700 rupees. Mark price of shares rupees 25. Expected dividend on share rupees 1. So we have to find here the conversion value of share. Sorry, debenture. So how can we find this? With a proper formula, we can easily solve this question. Let's solve this question. See, here, as we know that conversion value is equals to um, conversion value is equals to conversion ratio is multiplied by market price per share, right? Now what is the conversion ratio is given here? 25 shares per debenture. Same market price is given 25. So just multiply 25 by 25. Here we got 625 rupees. So this 625 rupees is the answer. Clear? So conversion value is equals to conversion ratio multiplied by market price per share. Okay. Next question. Here we have to calculate provisioning coverage ratio, and gross NPA is given, non-performing assets provisioning is given, and you have to give the answer in the percentage. Simple formula questions. Solve it, then I will tell you the answer. See, simple here we have to follow the formula. To calculate the provisioning coverage ratio, we have to use the formula of PCR. That is provisioning divided by gross NPA multiply by 100. So it is equals to 5,000 divided by 1 lakh and then 100. So the answer is here 5%. Correct answer is here 5%. Simple. So the game is up to only this formula. Provisioning coverage ratio. Sometimes questions are there in your examination where they're asking about the PCR. Okay, just a minute. Next question. Balance sheet of bank triple S limited is given here. Now in this, what we have to do, total advances are given, gross NPA given, net NPA is given, capital is given. From the following information, we have to solve the following question. We have to calculate the amount of provision for standard loan advances which is given to the SME sector. See, provision for standard loan advances to SME sectors. Bank here required to make a provision for standard assets, even though they are not classified as NPA. RBI has prescribed some specific provisioning norms for standard assets, but it depends on the sector to which of the loan is given. As per the RBI norms, standard advances to the sector like SME sector require at 0.025% provision. So provision for standard loan advances given to the SME sector. Here total advances are given. How much total advances are there? Rupees 65,000 crore, right? And in this case, gross NPA is 15% of the advances, which is near about 9750 crore. Got it? 9750 crore. These are the non-standard assets. So what are the standard advances? Just deduct this amount. Standard advances is equals to 65,000 crore minus 9,750 crore, which is near about equal to the 55,250 crore. Got it? So now we can assume that all standard advances to the SME sector, or at least we are being asked to compute the provision on the SME portion of standard loans. Here provision is same 0.25% of standard advances to the SME. That means what? That means here we can say that 0.25% of standard advance to SME is just calculate the 0.25% of this amount, 55,250 crore, which is equals to how much money? Near about 138.125 crore. So this is the correct answer here. Got it? I hope that this is clear. Next question. Okay, here is the question asking the US dollar INR is given. This is the bid rate, buying rate. This is the selling rate. Again, bid rate. This is the selling rate. You have to apply the cross rate mechanism. The Euro INR rate is, see, for the just listen carefully because these type of questions are there in the examination. So how can we solve this question? Simple formula is there, simple thing is there, that is the like euro. To calculate the Euro INR rate, we have to take the bid rate here, and this is like we have to calculate the bid rate, so we have to take here Euro US dollar bid rate, then it will be multiplied by US dollar INR bid rate. Correct? So it is equals to bid rate is here 82 point, here first this one is come. So 1.2540 multiplied by 82.9500, which is equals to 1.104.0193. Then we have to calculate the Euro INR ask rate. So simple, take the ask rate here 1.2560 multiplied by 82.9700, which is equals to 104.21032. So it is equals to, this one is the buying rate and this one is the selling rate. Bid and ask rate. So the correct answer is option B. Bid is always multiplied by bid and ask is always multiplied with ask. Next question. Which of the following can be inferred in an US INR quote of this bid and buying rate? See, to interpret this situation, remember, in a forex quote, first rate is a bid rate in which the bank generally buys the US dollar. Second rate is a ask rate, which is the offer rate at which the bank generally sells. So here the correct answer is the quoting bank is willing to buy at US dollar 82.9500. Correct. The quoting bank is willing to sell US dollar 82.9500. No. The quoting bank is willing to buy US dollar at 82.9700. No. The quoting bank is willing to sell to US dollar at 82.9700. Yes, because bid rate is 82.9500. Ask rate is 82.9700. So this is the correct answer. That means our first and fourth quotation are correct. Clear? What would be the daily volatility of the stocks of ABC company if the 49 days volatility is 20%? So what will be the answer here? Just apply the formula and give the answer here. Of daily volatility. See, how can we calculate this daily volatility? Daily volatility is period volatility divided by the number of days. So volatility is 20%, right? 20% means 0.20. We can say that. Divide by 49, under root of 49. It is equals to by 7, correct? And that means when we divide it, it is equals to 0.02857. Now answer demanding in percentage. So 0.02857 multiplied by 100, which is equals to here 2.857%. And they are demanding the answer in after rounding off. That means 3% is the answer. Got it? Next question. There is a bank who invested 2 lakh in a certificate of deposit with an interest rate of 8%. The CD has a tenure of 1 year. Calculate the maturity value of CD, certificate of deposit. What is the answer here? How to calculate? See, what is the meaning of certificate of deposit? It is type of a saving account that pays a fixed interest rate on money held for an agreed upon period. Is a type of saving account which is basically offered by the banks, and they provide a fixed interest rate in exchange for depositing a specific amount of money for a fixed period of time. Got it? So here what are the calculations here? According to the question, what they are asking just to calculate the thing here, which is saying that bank invested, we have to calculate the maturity value of the CD, right? Now how can we calculate the maturity value here? For this, first we have to calculate the maturity value with a simple formula, which is what? Maturity value is equals to principal or it is, just add here, principal multiply by rate multiply by time. Got it? So here 2 lakh is the principal amount, and 8% is the rate and time is given of 1 year. Correct? So here we can say it is 2,16,000 is the answer. Got it? Okay. Now let's see the next question. If any problem is there in the question, you can ask me in the comment box. You can give like to this video. Okay, 5 questions are now based on this particular question, particular data. XYZ provides the information for repricing of assets and liabilities. Call money is given of 400 crore. Cash credit loans are given of rupees 340 crore. Cash in hand, saving banks, fixed deposit, current deposit. Now we have to calculate the adjusted gap in repricing assets and liabilities. Adjusted gap in repricing the assets and the liabilities. So if I say about the call money is a repricing asset. Cash credit loans are the repricing assets. Cash in hand, not interest bearing. Saving bank, fixed deposits, they are repricing liabilities. And current deposit, not interest bearing. So according to this, we can calculate the adjusted gap here with a just formula. How many repricing assets are there? Of near about 740 crore. If I add them, 740 crore, and these are 80 crore. Correct? So I can calculate here 800 minus 740 crore is near about 60 crore is the difference. Right? This is the adjusted gap. Adjusted gap 60 crore, which is positive or negative? Negative, because assets are less than the liabilities. So 60 crore negative is the answer. Okay. When the interest rate decreases by 3% for all the assets and liabilities, so calculate the change in net interest income. How can we calculate the net interest income here? See, gap, we know that negative 60 crore. Here, the rate is changes by 3%, which is decreasing, minus 33%. So, the formula for this change in the NII is simple. Gap multiply by this rate change. So, how much it is equal? Is 3% we can write as 0.03, right? So, here the answer is improved by 1.8 crore because positive 1.8 crore is there. So, improved by 1.80 crore. Got it? What shall be the effect on net interest income if the interest rate falls on call money by 2%, on cash credit by 0.5%, on saving bank by 0.4%, and on FD by 1%? Simple. How can we calculate this? See, call money by 200%, 2%, and call money is given 400 crore, right? Then cash credit by 0.5%. So now we can calculate the call money is decreased by 2%, right? Uh, if I give you the overview of this question, here I can write all the thing. How can calculate this? First one, this call money. Call money amount is near about 200 crore, right? So here I can write this, sorry, 400 crore or 200 crore? 400 crore. So it is decreased by 2%. Okay. Call money 400 crore, which is decreased by 2%. That means 400 crore multiplies 0.2 in negative, which is equals to negative 8 crore. Then cash credit amount is 340 crore, and 5%, 0.5% means minus 0.005, which is equals to negative 1.70 crore. So here the total amount is negative 9.70 crore. Now this is the asset income change. Now the liability cost change. Savings 400 decreases by 0.4%. That means it is equals to 1.60 crore. And fixed deposits are 400 of 0.01, which is 4 crore. So it is equals to 5.60 crore. So when we add them, we got here negative 4.10 crore. So I can say that it is declines by 4.1 crore. Clear? Sorry for the background noise, because there is a time of Kawad and everyone is on the road. They are just enjoying their Kawad Yatra. So that's why the song voice is coming. The whole day and night they walk through the road. You can hear. I can't control this voice because this is their, you know, their divine or their faith. So what shall be the effect on net interest income if the interest rate falls on call money by 2%, on cash credit by 0.5%, and on savings bank by 0.4%? And same, the same we have to calculate like this. Okay, this one question. So simple. Here we have to calculate on the call money 0.005, which is equals to 2 crore. Then 340 multiplied by 0.01, which is 3.40 crore. Total is 5.40 crore. Now liability, in the case of liability, savings are by 0.1%. So it is negative 0.40 crore. FD is 400 by 0.008, which is negative 3.20 crore. Total is here negative 3.60 crore. So net impact on NII, just subtract them, which is positive 1.80 crore. See, here we converted the 0.5% into the points. That's why here 0.0055 written, right? I'm not calculating, like I solve the percentage part, then I write this as 0.005, which is equals to the 2 crore. Got it? Okay. Now, CDA Bank is there, which capital is rupees 95,000 crore. Reserve is given, different types of buckets are given, term and saving account is given. So what is the total amount of current account deposit of 14 days bucket of CDE Bank Limited? So according to the RBI ALM guidelines, 1 to 14 days, they are saying 14%. For 1 to 14 days, there is a 12% of current account balances. So when we calculate the 12% of 7,500 crore, so it is equals to 900 crore. Current account amount is 7,500 crore. So it is equals to 900 crore. What shall be the total amount of saving account? Same for the saving account according to the RBI guidelines. 8% of saving account is there. But sometimes 10% is also used. So we can calculate the both. If we see the 10%, so 10% of saving account is of 6,490 crore. That means 10% is rupees 649 crore. What shall be the amount of current account that is non-volatile and placed in a bucket of 1 to 3 years? Usually 85% of current deposits are considered non-volatile and can be bucketed in 1 to 3 years. So 85% of 7,500 is 6,375 crore, or it is 6,375 crore. Okay. XYZ Limited is there, and NPA information is given, total loans are given, standard S accounts are given, substandard and doubtful, which is up to 1 year, rupees 800 crore. Doubtful is there 1 to 3 years available, about 200 crore. Above 3 years, 120 crore. Loss accounts are there for 80 crore. All doubtful loans are fully secured. So calculate the provision on standard accounts. How to calculate the provision on the standard accounts? According to the standard agri SME loans, there is 0.25%, and for other standard loans, there is 0.40%. So if I calculate the amount here of 10,000 is for SME loans, and for 10,000 for the SME and agriculture loan. So calculate the 10,000, which is equals to 0.25%. That means here I can say, as per the question here, how to calculate. Simple. For the standard agriculture and SME loans, which is equals to 10,000, that means 0.25%, which is equals to 25 crore. And for other loan, which is here 38,000, which includes agriculture and SME loan, that means 28,000 crore after deducting the 1,000 for SME one. So 0.40 is 112 crore. When we add them, the total is 137 crore. So the correct answer is option A. Doubtful loan accounts provision. Simple. Doubtful loan provision are 800 crore. Secured here in which all doubtful loans are fully secured, right? But for up to 1 year, there is 2,200 crores are in doubtful category, and they are asking about the provision of loans on doubtful loan basically. So here amount of provision is, I hope that the correct answer in that case is calculate on 600 crore, 20%. Why? Because in the substandard assets, 800 crores are there, but 200 crore are unsecured, right? So this means 600 crore are secured and 200 crore are unsecured. And when we calculate the provisions there, calculate 20% of this, this is 120 crore, and for this is 200 crore. And when we add them, so we got 120 crore plus 200 crore, which is equals to 320 crore. Got it? So this is the solution. Because they are writing this thing, 800 crore are, out of which 200 crores are unsecured. This thing is mentioned in this. Now this and this question, only one this question is your homework. Just check them, and then in the next class I will ask you the answer. Just do the comment in the chat box that what is your answer. That will help me and also helps you in getting the things by own. So just do the comment. I'm waiting for the comment. Please do comment if you got your answer, so we can check in our next class. Clear? And apart from this and having any type of doubt, kindly do the comment. We are here just for become perfect in the numericals, and here we will see different types of numericals. At least in BFM, you can say at the end of series that you are confident with the numericals. But still, if any problem is there, comment down and ask there. So I hope that today class is helpful for you. If anything is left, just let me know. I will be there to address your query. So thank you so much. Let's meet in our next class. Till then, take care and have a good day all. Thank you.